Everyone, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Lightings Coaching Easter Boot Camp for preteens and teenagers with the theme Arise Teens, Awakening to Identity, Purpose, and Power in Christ. Today is day 2, and I hope we all had a beautiful experience yesterday. And we're trusting God for another impactful session today. Today, we're going to be having 3 sessions. We're going to be talking about purpose in action, that is stewardship, Christ and the renewed mind, and the significance of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. To kick off the session, we will be having Engineer Emmanuel Falade. He's a teens minister and mentor. He was a former vice president of Teens Hub Africa, Ekiti State. He's committed to the spiritual development of teenagers and adolescents. So join me as we welcome our first speaker for the day, Engineer Emmanuel Falade. Thank you. Welcome, Engineer Falade. Thank you for being here. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm
Good evening,
okay.
sir.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad that I'm audible enough. Thank you very much. I want to especially welcome every one of us, and I want to also appreciate the convener for having me today. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you abundantly. And I want to ask, please, yes, I would appreciate our responses. Okay, you can just reply via your what do I call it now? The chat. You can reply via the chat, or you can unmute yourself and let me know. Let me have our responses. How was it yesterday? How was it? How was it? I want to have our responses very quickly. Anyone who wants to volunteer, just 30 seconds, share your experience. How was it yesterday? How was it for you yesterday? Okay, Imade said good. Okay, good. Okay. Thank you for that response. Honor said it was very fine. Oh, thank you for that feedback. Thank you for letting me know that it was very, very fine. And I trust that today also you are set for a very good time as we share together. Yes, so this is a pre-teens meeting, and I've been asked to speak to us today on the topic purpose in action, precisely stewardship. So trying to define purpose in action and define stewardship as purpose in action. Are we together? So I believe we are young people, we are teenagers, we're preteens, and one thing that is common to us is our energy. An average young person has got energy. Yes, you know. You have the energy, you have what I would say, you have the vibe, you have the strength. You've got that as an advantage. So when we talk about purpose, what can we say? I believe you had a session or more than a session yesterday. So what can we say? Who wants to volunteer? This will be very interactive. I have just a few minutes, like 30 minutes with us, but I'll try to make it as interactive as possible. So let me ask, when we say purpose, what do you understand by the word purpose? Anyone? Very quickly. What do you understand by the word purpose? Thank you. Mission. Okay, someone said mission. Cordelia. When you say someone is fulfilling purpose, or you want to say, oh, I want to fulfill my purpose and all of that, what are you talking about? What do you understand by that? Okay. What you came to Earth for. Honor. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for that. What you came to Earth for. I love this. You guys are very interactive and I love it. Yes. Someone has helped us to define purpose. She said, I think it's a she. She said mission. Another person said what you came to Earth for. So when you say someone is fulfilling purpose, or I want to fulfill purpose, what do you mean by that? Yes. Anyone? You're calling, okay? You're calling, okay? Okay, so let's just flow. I know that the average young person today, when we talk about purpose, is majorly talking about, they have a picture in mind. right? They have a picture of what they should become. You have a picture in mind of what you should look like. So you're practically saying that, oh, my future. Most times when we talk about purpose, we see it from the perspective of a future that is to come. Are we together? We see it as, oh, when I'm age 40, when I'm age 30, this is how my life should look like. But I've come to tell us today, purpose starts from now. In fact, purpose is now. It's not the future, it's now. So I wrote here, I said, nobody just comes into purpose. You work, W-O-R-K, you work into purpose, W-O-R-K. You walk into it. Nobody just comes into purpose. I know when we talk about discovering our purpose, sometimes we want to have the idea that, oh, probably I'll just sleep and wake up, I would have a dream, or I would, like you said, what you came to earth for, your calling, probably a prophet would just prophesy to me, this is why you've come, the Jeremiah kind of thing. Yeah. Then probably what else? What else? Okay. Paul encountered, when he encountered Jesus, there was that which was said concerning him, probably something like that, something that is dramatic and all of that. But let me say to us, it's not like that. In fact, if that is all you have, at best, what you have is a dream. And let me tell you, for a dream to even come to pass, you have to wake up. Nobody keeps asleep and comes to the fulfillment of their dreams. Nobody does that. Nobody. I said again, nobody does that. That even if it's a dream, for it to come to pass, you have to wake up. That means you have to get out of that sleep and come into the reality of the life you have now and say, okay, so I'm awake. There is something to my life. Are we following this evening rather? So nobody just comes into purpose. And that beautiful future you have imagined, that beautiful future you have thought about in your mind, you cannot just come into it. Stewardship, I would say this evening, is the pathway to purpose. Stewardship is the pathway to purpose. That nobody just comes into purpose without a pathway. In fact, I would put it this way: stewardship is the process that brings us into purpose fulfillment. The topic here, I said it earlier, purpose and action, stewardship. That is trying to define stewardship as purpose and action. That when we engage purpose, are we together? That if you want to understand your purpose, it is via stewardship. Yeah, hope we get the topic now. Hope we have the topic now. Yeah. So I said that work that bets purpose is called stewardship. Many people just think, like I said, I've said it earlier, that you just get a divine revelation or someone just comes talking to you, probably like Samson, before Samson was born. I believe you are Bible students. There was a word that had come before he came. In fact, before he was conceived, there had been the word from God to his mom. Then the dad came and said, okay, I also want to hear the same thing. So the angel came again and all of that. Many of us think, oh, when I get that, I've known my purpose. In fact, when I get that, I start fulfilling my purpose. But I say to you that if that is all you have, you are still living in the dreamland. And discovering your purpose is not as important, is not as significant as fulfilling your purpose. In fact, I would say to you, many people cannot say they discovered their purpose. They would say, I did not really discover it, but I walked into purpose. I walked in purpose. So if you are to choose between discovering and walking into it, I would say walk in purpose. Don't just discover it. Are we together? Don't just discover it. See to it that you walk in purpose, that you are walking in purpose. And how do you walk in purpose? Is by what? By stewardship, by service, by service, by service, which is stewardship. So let's look at this. I said, what is stewardship? It is the position of a steward. The position of a steward. So who is a steward? According to the dictionary meaning, a steward is someone who manages a property or other people's affairs for them. So a steward manages others' affairs for them. It can be a property, it can be an estate. If you are a steward, you help them manage it for them. That is, it is not yours. So the first thing a steward must understand is that what you have is not yours. You are bequeathed with it. Let me use that word. You were given in trust. Are we together? Can I start by saying to you, your life is not yours. In fact, the first thing you are to steward is your life. So, if all you have is your life, you are doing something. If all you have is to get busy, if all you are, I'm sure many of us here, we are students, we are, you are not like me, you are not like our coach, Daniela, you're not like her. You are a student, and all you have is just to go to school. You are busy in school, you are busy in church, you are volunteering. If that is all you are doing with your life, I tell you, you are already a steward of something. Not until you have the big stage. The average young person thinks that purpose is fame. Purpose is, oh, I'm happening. You know the language, Gen Z language. You're happening. You have blown. Let me tell you, if you blow, you are not used for yourself. You are not used for any other person. You are destroyed. So we don't blow in the kingdom. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't blow. We don't blow in the kingdom. Just get that. We don't blow in the kingdom. So we think that is when fame, when we become popular, when we become great, so to say, that is when we are already walking in purpose. Are we together? But not so. That when you are able to give an account or maximize, so to say, daily your life, I tell you, you're already maximizing purpose. You are maximizing destiny. It's not until when you have a platform like Coach Daniela. No. So the first thing you must note about stewardship is that one, it is not about you. I tell you, the average Gen Z, let me tell you today, we have been taught that everything is about me, my peace, my joy. It is not about you. In fact, if all there is to your life is you, then you have not started living. If all there is to your life is about you, everything, your peace, that is the language of the Gen Zs now. I tell you, you have not started living. You must begin to think to yourself that there is something to my life beyond me. If you have not gotten into that, you have not started living. Let me say it again. If all there is to your life is about you, you have not started living. You haven't. You have not started living. Are we together? So it is not just about you, but about that which God has given you. Now, that which God gives you can be your time, your talents, the opportunities around your life, your talents, your resources, and all of that. You can say, I have nothing, but you have an influence. You are in your class, you have an influence. Question, how are you using your influence? I'll make it a bit interactive. Yes, we started on that note. I'll still ask us questions. If you maximize your life day to day, in fact, what makes a life, what makes a year, is that you maximize your every second of your day, every minute of your day, every hour of your day, every week, every month. That's what makes a fulfilled year. So if you are saying that you want a great year, question every bit of your time. How are you maximizing it? Are we together? So I'm a young person. You are thinking to yourself, I'm a teenager. David was a teenager. In fact, I would have loved that we look at the story of David today because his life summarizes anything we want to talk about. I was asked to talk to us on 3 basic subsets of this topic. And the life of David summarizes the 3. His life. That's number 1. How does purpose connect to stewardship? Or how does stewardship connect to purpose? First and foremost, we have settled the fact that it is not about you. That means you were created to serve an assignment. And in serving that assignment, you serve a people. So if all you are thinking about you now is let me just make some money so that I can have a good life, I can enjoy a good life, I am here to tell you this evening, you have not started living. Start thinking that that solution, that life, that skill set, that talent you have is not about you. It is to serve someone else. And let me say this, it is as you commit your skill and talent and service that it is sharpened for a greater use. If you leave whatever skill, you can sing, you can mention. Can someone just put for me, what is that talent you have? Put for me in the comment section. Just put it there. What is that talent you think you have? What is that thing you think you have that is unique? Put it up there. Everyone has got something that is unique to them. Everybody. That it is not being deployed on a global stage or on a platform like this does not mean you don't have the skill. Get that straight. You have the talent. Okay, someone said technology, writing. Why is technology? All of these things, computer, okay, writing poems, drawing, okay, drawing also, okay. All of these things have to meet a specific assignment. They are for specific assignments. And that assignment will not first be to serve you. In fact, I think yesterday when I was meditating on this topic, okay, let me just read this. Any gift you deploy to serve and bless God and his people will very soon bring you profit. Any gift you deploy to serve God and bless his people will very soon bring you profit. Are we together? Any gift to deploy. So it is not first about you. When you realize that you have to deploy this gift to serve God and his purpose and his people, it will bring you profit. So the first thing is not profit. Good. You are a writer. First and foremost, there are young people. Have you ever thought about putting in writing Bible stories in a way that it will relate to people's situations? Have you ever thought about that? What do you write? We live in a time and age where people just write jargons. Go online, you see people writing rubbish. Have you ever thought about writing stories now that speaks to a particular age range? Have you ever thought about that? You are not saying Jesus is the Lord. I get it. That's not what you are not saying. Oh, if you don't get born again, you are dead. That's not what you are saying. But you are writing the story in a way that it connects with them. And the story ends by making them realize that the solution to the problem of their life is not some sorority. I know you may not understand that. For those who are in foreign schools, we understand, colleges and all of that. So have you ever thought about that? There are young people going through things they cannot explain. Some have gone through abuse. Some have gone through every kind of harassment in their life, and they cannot talk about it. Can you write stories about it that they can relate with? It's easier for them to relate. And in the story, you are the problem that tells them their experience, and also you are showing them the way out, and how that they can belong to a community. So you're telling them, probably in the story, how that the young guy or the young boy or the young girl opened up to the pastor, and from there, or to someone they trust, probably in a religious circle in the church and all of that, and help was able to come. Now, a young person reading that story realizes and says, oh, this is me. This is me. This person just defined me. Okay, does that mean I can talk to Coach Daniela? Okay, why can't I just talk to her? Let me just talk to her. Oh, why can't I just open up to my aunt, my mom? Because all of these abuses and all of that thrive in secrecy. They will tell you, if you tell anybody, you are dead. If you do this, you are doing that. So if somebody can, I can talk. I won't die. Nobody will kill me. Threats. Can you think about that, Flourish? Can you begin to think about how that skill you have, drawing, will bless someone else and not just, it will come from it with time. The first thing should not be profit. For a teenager, don't think of profit. Let me say this to you. Don't think of personal gain. You may think of profit if it's to profit others, to profit God's kingdom. I get it. But personal profit, self-aggrandizement, not now. Are you getting what I'm saying? Don't even think of it. Don't think of it now. Reward will come in due course. Writing poems. Are there not poems that can communicate the love of God? I'm saying this to you. You sharpen your skill when you deploy it. Don't say, oh, what I'm writing does not yet make sense to me. Oh, in your class, start it. In the teens church, write. Tell them you want to do a presentation. It starts from there. Tell them you want to just give me 5 minutes of this kind of program. Can I have 5 minutes to just do the introduction, to ask people to introduce us, themselves? Probably, I like talking. Just talk to Coach Dan. Please, I need like 5 minutes. Let me do the introduction for this program. You don't have to be a master at it. I tell you, as you engage yourself, as you give yourself to service, stewardship talks about service. As you give yourself to it, you get better at it. That's the secret. I didn't start talking like this today. It started from youth church and all of that. And here I am today. Are we together? So, draw. Your children, can you draw for them? Can you draw, do drawings, probably in your church? Go to the children's church, tell them, I just want to do drawings for the children that will speak to probably, that will depict the love of God or depict Jesus in the manger, in the hands of his mother Mary. Can you do a drawing that will depict that? Put it there for them. Think of a concept, think of an idea, put it in drawing, put it in pictures. Thank God for AI today. You can engage many AI tools that will even if you are not drawing it yourself, that will bring out that thing that you are talking about. And you can be sure it would bless somebody. You can be very sure. Think of whatever you have. Think of whatever you have as a talent you call a skill. Deploy it. I've said it that the skill to sharpening, the key to sharpening any skill is to engage it consistently. David was playing in the forest. Nobody knew about him. But a day came that what he was doing in the forest, demand came for it in the palace. Demand. That the king got so messed up that now he had a demon spirit in him and they needed somebody to play. He was recommended from the forest. Don't say, I want to blow. Don't think about that now. Just be faithful. The core demand of stewards is that a man is found what? Faithful. You are required to be what? Faithful. That is all you have to do. Engage it consistently. Be faithful at it. In fact, if you like playing instruments, for example, you can set a timeline. Set a target every Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll go somewhere and practice where nobody will say I'm disturbing them. You can record your practice. Pick up the instruments. Play it consistently. And I know you may not want to do this, but please do it. Listen to your recording over and over again. Because if you don't listen to yourself over and over, one, you won't bless yourself because that gift also should bless you. You won't be a blessing to yourself, number one. Number two, you will not know where you should make adjustments. Are we together? You will not know where you should make corrections. So I'm saying deploy the gift. Take our time. Set a target. Every week, I'm drawing something. When you do your Bible study, when you do your quiet time, when you do family altar, something resonates with you. Can you convert it to a drawing? And tell yourself, every week I'll do a drawing. I told someone close to me, I said, every week you prepare a sermon every week. You don't have to preach it. I said, every week, from your personal study, prepare a sermon. I'm not saying you preach every week, but I'm saying prepare a sermon. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to help the person sharpen that skill. Don't wait until the day you have to preach. Sharpen the skill every day. Put a time every Saturday, or every day, or twice a week. And that twice a week must have specific dates that you use to engage that skill consistently. Are we together? Are we together? Consistently engage it. And let me say this. If you deploy this, you will not have time for vices. You won't have the time. You won't have the time. I've told you, if you forget anything, don't forget. Don't think about personal profit first. Think about sharpening that skill. Are we together? When you become faithful in that little, in fact, when twice David was recommended, the second time he recommended himself anyway, the first time he was recommended for what? For playing harp skillfully. And in the recommendation, he was called a warrior. Although what was needed was somebody who could play harp and harp. Are we together? If you read the book of First Samuel chapter 16, was recommended to play an harp, and he was mentioned to be a warrior. But the opportunity for him to show his warrior skills, his shepherding skills, was not available until the second chapter, the following chapter, that chapter 17, that now a Goliath was standing before him. And on that day, he showed his warrior side. He showed it. And he brought down the head of Goliath. What did he tell Saul as his CV? He told Saul, I was following my father's, watching over my father's flock. An animal would come, a lion would come and take part of the animals. I ran after, killed. That was what he told. Nobody was there. Are we together? But he told Saul confidently, in the day that which you are thinking about would come, that platform would come, what would you say? If you have not been engaging faithfully, you would have nothing to tell on that day. The opportunity would come and you would miss it. The platform would come and you make a mess of it. So I'm asking you today, how faithful are you? In your church, are you serving? The key to coming into purpose, fulfillment of purpose, is stewardship, service. Are you serving? Daniel started from 7 tables. The great Daniel, from 7 tables. Philip was part of the 7 that were selected. When persecution started, imagine, grown-up man, 7 tables, food. Let me put it plain and simple. It was 7 food. From there, he entered Samaria when persecution came, when Saul scattered them. He entered Samaria. He opened up Samaria, such that the Bible says that, and there was great joy in the city. There was great joy. From there, he went further. When it would be referred to later on in the book of Acts, I think Acts 25 or thereabout, the Bible calls him what? It was called Philip the Evangelist. And the Bible was specific. He said in chapter 21, Acts 21, so one of the 7, he had become the evangelist from 7 tables. Now we're told even about his family life. Can you imagine that? It was 7 tables. Daniel started from 7 tables. David from following after the sheep of his father. In fact, when he got into the palace, he was recommended to be playing harp for Saul. He didn't stay there. We were told that he would still go back to be tending the sheep of his father. Many of us, when we have an opportunity, minute opportunity for, should I say, or fame, so to say, to show what we got, we will not hear from us again. We leave church. We leave training. We will not even attend programs again. We have arrived. David returned to tending the sheep of his father. He was still developing his CV, even though he was now wining and dining in the part and in the palace and the courts of Saul. He didn't leave himself there. He returned to where brought him to that big stage. I'm saying to you, you are not too young. Start from where you are. Start from your class. Start from your family. Tell them, okay, every worship, every Saturday or every Monday or every family altar day, I'll be leading worship. Start from there. Start from there. Use them for voice training. Use your family altar for voice training. Yeah. Use that place for voice training. Don't even think about handling mic yet in church. Leave church. Leave a big platform. Start from your family. Start from there. Start from there. And as you do this faithfully, you can be sure, you are gradually coming into purpose. And let me finally, on the final note, let me say this. Purpose is evolving. Purpose evolves. There will never be a time that you just think, even Pastor E. Adeboye, as great as Pastor E. is, he's still pushing for greater things. So that time will never come. In fact, the day that time comes, that means the person is ready to die. That the time will come and you say, I've arrived, I've entered purpose, and that's all, nothing more to discover. That day would never come. It keeps evolving. The more you engage in service, the more it's revealed unto you. The more you engage in stewardship with the little you were given. Remember what that man said to them. He said, occupy till I come. Do business with this till I come. When he gave them the 10 minas, he said, do business till I come. Engage, engage, engage. And as you engage, more will be added. That great height you are thinking, that big platform you are thinking will begin to be added to you as you engage from your family altar, from the place of your quiet time. As you begin to do that, you would realize that you are getting better and bigger platforms will begin to come. You may be in the prison, you may be in the palace, you may be in the pit, like Joseph. Engage, engage. Interpretation of dreams in the prison. One day, you would interpret for kings. What if you despise that gift in the prison? They will not even know you have the gift. Nobody would know. When the cupbearer gets to the palace, he will not even know that there's someone who has a gift in the prison. 2 years after, Joseph was called upon. And I'm saying to you too, you'll be called upon one day. Be faithful. Keep at it. Be faithful. Any question? Thank you very much, Coach.
Wow, wow, wow. That was a fully loaded session. Like I've just been clapping. I was so blessed by this session. Like I'm fully loaded. And I hope our teenagers and preteens are loaded just as I am. So, do we have any question for our speaker? Okay, no question. So, I want us to take home with us what he had just said. Remember, he said purpose evolves, and you just don't discover purpose, you walk into it. And stewardship is the pathway and the process to purpose. So work into that purpose today. The gifts, the talents, the time, the resources, the opportunities that God has given you, use it for His glory. Remember, He said it's not just for you. You don't own your life. God owns your life. There's a saying by Martin Luther King Jr., paraphrase, that we don't all have to be famous, but we all have to be great because greatness is achieved through service. So serve wherever you are, beginning from your family, just as He said. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much once again for being here, Engineer Emmanuel. Thank you for collaborating with the Shining Light Children's Foundation. We truly appreciate you. So, can we unmute our mics and say our thank yous to Engineer Emmanuel Falade for this impactful session?
God bless you. God bless you. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy yourselves. Thank you. Bye bye.